last few months, I've seen lots of beautiful new faces. And I had signed up to do the speech a few last week and realized that what I know about this club has not been passed down to many of you. You might not even know who the officers are. I'd like to take you behind the curtain on how or what really goes into making this club work. So before we step into what Knowledge Club is all about, we have to go back to Toastmasters. Toastmasters International started in the basement of YMCA in 1924. So Toastmasters began in the basement of YMCA building. Ralph C. Smedley. What he noticed was all the kids, college kids that were coming out at the YMCA were not able to speak so well. They did not have the art of communication. So they held their first Toastmaster meeting there. And from that point to today, it has taken on worldwide. They are headquarters in California. There's 270,000 members in Toastmaster International. 13,000 clubs all over the world in 116 countries. So when you walk in through that door, we're not talking about a small task here. You're part of a much bigger group, and I guess it's time to get to know who that is. It's a nonprofit organization that aims to educate people on two things: public speaking and leadership. They both go in hand. Speakers are leaders. When you become a good speaker, you will have good listeners. People will stop to listen to you. The Toastmasters mission is, the mission of the club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. It's the foundation of who we are in all walks of life. That brings us to the Knowledge Club. How did Knowledge Club start? Well, the founder of this club is sitting in this room. You wouldn't know it. This man decided to go to a Toastmasters meeting, like many of us as guests. He joined. He went to 3 meetings and got uncomfortable and never came back to that meeting again. Well, luckily, he had enough business sense that he had other people who were in Toastmasters come and take his classes. And one of them was a leader in Toastmaster, and he said, "Don't worry about it. I'll help you get started in Toastmasters." And he started a club before he started speaking. Let me say that again. He started a club before he started speaking. So what does that mean to Toastmasters? Well, he just did the leadership part first. So it's possible. If speaking is scaring you away, do the leadership. We meet every Tuesday at this location. Every Tuesday, every single Toastmaster within the Knowledge Club and every single guest always has an opportunity to come up and speak, to practice. Our job is to create a nurturing, safe, fun, lively, supportive, encouraging, inspiring environment so that you can come and practice and feel safe and making mistakes and learning from your own mistakes. Don't get me wrong. Toastmasters speaking is really a personal choice, a personal growth. which means you make the mistakes, you learn from them. Yes, it's not, you get feedback, but it's your perseverance to keep coming back that helps you grow. And our job in this club is to create that environment. And you are part of that environment, which means you help bring it, you help magnify it, and you help energize it. It's not something that a few people do on their own. So what do our meetings look like? Our meetings are 3 parts. There's table topics, speeches, and evaluations. And each one has its own purpose. Table topics prepares you for impromptu speaking, for that spur-of-the-moment conversation with your boss, for an interview to be able to handle a difficult question at a moment's notice. When you walk in and somebody asks you a question and you have the answer, you're able to think on your feet and respond, not react. So practicing every week a chance to get up and doing table topics gives you the ability to respond responsibly. The second part is prepared speeches. Prepared speeches will give you the ability to organize your speeches, make a point of exactly what you want to say within a allotted time. It will hone your communication abilities so that when you communicate, what you intend is exactly delivered to the receiver. Evaluations is the third part. This is the hardest part to give and to receive. But when you learn to do evaluations, and I can tell you, with practice, you do get better. When you learn to give someone feedback that really they can take that feedback and improve it, and you are comfortable giving it as well as they are comfortable receiving it, that is where growth happens. Now you're not so concerned about what they're feeling, but exactly the information you can give them to improve it. That's the leadership quality that's embedded into our speeches. Knowledge Club Toastmasters is a very, very strong club. We have several people, members, who are area governors, who have become leaders, who have held officer duties. They not only share those skills here, they're seasoned Toastmasters, but they deliver to upper-level Toastmaster divisions. That means that there's a lot of professionalism, there's a lot of skills and talents. And how important that is to us is when you're receiving feedback from somebody who's taken a few 10 steps down the line. If you're going to ask your friend for feedback, well, if your friend is at the same level you are, the growth isn't that much. But when you go to a leader and who has been there, they pull you from where you are to the next step of where you want to be. So that's the difference. For 3 years in a row, we've been a President Distinguished Club. That means that's the highest honor. We won a number of awards and ribbons, and that is clearly displayed on our flag. And again, we have seasoned Toastmasters. Now, I do imagine we're going to go a little bit over, but I'm going to keep going. Everything here is volunteer-based. The question is, how can you get involved? We encourage each and every single person to get involved. Because when you get involved, as Sandy has said, when you get involved, you really start collaborating with the people. You start bringing it together. It becomes home for you. It works on the inside and not just something to do on Tuesdays. We hold 4 contests a year: holiday parties, awards, ceremonies, themed meetings, and training for leadership. Each officer has their own committee. So if you want to be involved, see an officer and ask them what they do, ask them how you can get involved. There's involvement at various different levels. we have also started something called a wish box. In the back, you will notice an empty box. If you have any ideas, thoughts, cares, concern, anything that you wish you can change, you wish to change, put a note in the box, put your name on it. We take a vote on everything, and we'll let you know how it goes. We'll implement it. You'll be able to contribute because it's your club just as much as anybody else's. How the club works is we have a president who directs the club, a vice president of education who controls the education portion, a vice president of membership who registers and retains the members, vice president of public relations who market the club out. They put the club on the map. That's exactly how you all found this. Secretary who takes notes and is the custodian of all the notes and meeting notes. Treasurer, who is the custodian of finances and dues. And Sergeant at Arms, who you met earlier today, he started the meeting, and he starts every meeting. Our current leaders were in District 14. Our district governor is Kenny Iliniosi. Division D governor, we're in Division D's. Our governor is Abdul Maman. And our Area 34 governor is actually part of this club. She is Shani Brown, sitting right there. Our club officers, I'm the president. Vice President of Education, Shannon, is not here at the moment. Vice President of Membership, Keith Ivey, is not here at the moment. Vice President of Public Relations is Shafiq Mansour. Secretary is Rogers Tui. He's not here at the moment. Treasurer is Tony Wellington. She's not here at this moment. And Sergeant at Arms is Quincy Selassie. Right there. Our dues have increased this year because Toastmasters International has found it necessary to increase their dues as well. So from $60, we're going to $66. So instead of $10 a month, we're at $11 a month. So for that goes for our space rental, our award ceremonies, any administrative essentials that we need to do. So $11 a month for 4 meetings every month. A chance to come up and speak and practice speaking skills. I'm going to do the master's card local priceless. That's our club in a nutshell, and I know there's a lot to it, but now you know what's behind what holds this club together. We're just part of a bigger mission to help people on the planet.